Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium. Welcome to my YouTube channel. June the 1st, I'm going to do horoscopes again. And June the 5th, free healing in the chat room. Gary Champion, Psychic Medium, YouTube site. Well, where this video is playing. And June the 19th, free readings. My wife says I'm giving too much free stuff away. She's probably right. So this is my weird video for the year. As though they're not all weird, this one seems quite weird and strange. It has to do with alien communication. I sometimes hear messages that are from some other place. They're not from Earth. I think they're in this realm, but not of Earth. I think it's when they're close, or observing me, or thinking about me, or well, yeah, aliens think about us. And I'm very communicative, and they're aware of me. So occasionally something from their brain slips to mine. I don't think they're sending me anything on purpose, but there you go. I think it's when they're close. It's possible to get telepathic communications from those who don't live here. That's all I'm saying. Get telepathic information is not very useful. It's not something a psychic medium does. That's psychic information, as I call it. Something that comes from their brain to yours really doesn't help in a reading. It doesn't tell you much except something about them. And I was sitting next to a guy once, and he had a lot of clients, and they were saying, he knew everything about me. He told me about this and that. Yeah, but what did he tell you that was useful? Well, nothing. Anyway, I say everybody's got telepathic abilities. They pick up stuff all the time. People around them. Sometimes you say the very words that your spouse is going to say just a second later. I've done that one 100 times easy. And this isn't information that comes to me directly. It's not allowed. Information comes to my guides, who are spirits, who they can see. It just gets stranger, doesn't it? Down the rabbit hole. Anyway, this set up years ago because doing live readings, gallery readings, I'd be overcome by emotion and cry a lot, and I couldn't do it. So they devised that. So this is information that's going to them, and then they're telling me to keep me from experiencing something. Oh, and their speeches, someone was just talking about it a minute ago. That's why I'm doing this video. I figure it's time to pull it out and do it. They said they have a high-pitched screech or whine in their voice. That's communication that can be picked up by meters and things where people are doing work. They'll see a high-pitched squeal or whine. They're wondering what that is. It's spiritual communication. It's alien communication to my spirit guides to me. Ta-da. So they are saying things. We just haven't picked up the channel to listen to it on. Hold on. It gets better. Sense of frustration with us now. Communication not possible. Self-destructive. I think that'd be us. Would communicate with us if we had one leader. Instead, everyone thinks they are the leader. Isn't that so true? I'm the smart man. I'm the big man here. It's male egos and stuff like that. Not saying women don't have that, but by and large, more men have it than women that I've been able to see. Anyway, small body, large eyes depiction, probably pretty accurate. It's not exactly, but it's close. Weak part for them is their lungs, for which they have a breathing apparatus when they need it. Isn't that interesting? I don't know if that's when they're here or when they're where they are, if they need a breathing apparatus. And someone was saying earlier, there's a methane or something in their air. And I think there's too much methane, and that's why over the years, centuries, they're using whoever this is. This is their speech, not mine. Methane, extra added methane. I don't know if there isn't enough. There's too much. Genetic changes for them are problematic. I have no idea what that means. It causes them pain or problems, I guess. Atmospheric pressure on Earth very demanding. Too many pollutants for them to breathe properly. Texas has failed the Fresh Air Act 15 years in a row. They just don't care. There's no big fine on it. Why? Greed. Too many pollutants for them to breathe properly. Small imperfections in ears, highly prized as a sign of intelligence and being different. These aren't things they're doing to their own ears. I'm seeing a little dimple or something like that. That's I wrote this as I was hearing it. Small imperfections in ears, highly prized as a sign of intelligence being different. Small imperfections in ears, highly prized as a sign of intelligence and being different. It sort of supposes that all their ears are the same. Of course, here on Earth, all our ears are different. No two ears really are the same. Noticed that recently. But apparently, this is a dimple-like imperfection that's easy to spot and highly prized because that person's more genetically advanced, smarter. The dimple comes with it. And there was one question. I think they're asking the question and answering the question at the same time because I don't ever ask questions. I don't, even as a medium, I don't ask questions. I'll listen to what they're saying. Asking questions just gets in the way, slows everything down. And anyway, you don't want to hear about that. The question they asked and answered is, are there non-indigenous life forms living here? Are they walking among us? Are they camping on weekends down by the lake? Are there non-indigenous life forms living here? It has happened before. For all you alien buffs out there, what we're experiencing now is a non-invasive period of observation. We're just looking at it, inspecting, detecting. So, wish I had more. A high-pitched squealing in their voice. It's like it's guttural. They don't make words. They make something way more complex. A whine or a shrill sound in a voice for them carries a lot of information. To us, it just sounds like a squeal or something, or a squeak, and can't interpret that at all. To them, the subtle layers underneath that squeal are actually communications. And they can be picked up by meters and things like that, but we just see it as something to filter out, so we put a filter on it. And anyway, a little strange, isn't it? Strange to be a medium. I never heard of another medium do an alien video, probably because they don't want to be painted with that brush of, oh, what a crazy person he is. I know I'm not normal, so I'm okay with it. But I'm not taking drugs for anything. I mean, I don't take. I never took hallucinogenics. I never smoked marijuana. I never took acid or any of the pills that were available when I was in school in the 60s. I just never did. My brain was like scrambled as it was. It still is. It's the nature of a medium's brain. So I don't do drugs to get high. Anyway, so This is where a guy comes from behind me, runs in the room, dramatic, opens a cape. It's always a cape on these guys, but he pulls back a cape and he has a shot of Thorazine. This won't hurt very much. Yeah, that always hurts. Needles hurt like hell. Okay, I can't make a video any better than that. These are voices that I don't know who they are. I've never met them, which is probably why the high-pitched squeal isn't. I don't hear that. What I'm hearing is an interpretation of that through my guides to me. What's going on, Peanut? Peanut the Wonder Dog coming in the room, demanding justice. No one's petting me. No one's throwing. He's checking the windows to see if there's another dog out there he doesn't like. Well, I wish there were more, but that's it. You can't go. You can't stay here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thank you, Gary.